Hello everyone, this is Susie Q, and welcome to my nursery room window. Today I have my Berjusa Baby Doll with me. He was made, I think these dolls are made back in the 50s, and he's a very, very old doll. And when I saw him on eBay a couple of years ago, I just fell in love with his face. He reminds me of a doll that me and my siblings grew up with when we were all living at home. And so there's a special story behind this little guy, and I'll share that with you as I get him changed. And so as you can see also, I have Betsy and little Buster in the background too. And they wanted to come on today because they said that they hadn't been on for a while. And so here they are, and Buster is starting not to cling so much to his mom. Usually he's right underneath here, but he's starting to get out and play and scamper about. So anyways, Betsy's got her patient look on once again, while little Buster just kind of romps around on her back. And again, little Mr. Augie is waiting for the snow. He's a patient little guy. But anyway, let's get back to my little Jimmy doll. Today I am going to put him into, he's my sleeper, my little sleeper boy. And so I'm going to put him back into a sleeper. And he wears 0 to 3 months. He's a big boy. And so this little sleeper has this bib. And it also has, it came with this matching onesie and hat. Now, he's my little hat boy too, and I'll show you his details. And then this, these socks I thought would match really well. The color of brown would match really well with the rest of it. I always like to put socks on my babies underneath the feetsy PJs, just to give a little bit more bulk in there. His feet and hands are very tiny. So let's go ahead and get started. So this little Jimmy doll, first of all, he's a vinyl doll, and he's got just barely painted on hair. And you can feel the texture of the hair, but it's very light. And then the things that I did to this little doll when I got him was I added eyelashes, because he didn't have eyelashes. I love the details of his face. He's just really, really a cute little boy. And then the other thing I did with him is I put a new body on him, because he's such an old doll that back in those days, I guess, they didn't have detailed bodies, and so his body was basically just a square piece of muslin that was stuffed with fluff. And so I got him a new body, and I'll show that to you right now. And these little pajamas I love. Look at these little feet. They're cute little bears, which go with this little bear. So these are really cute pajamas. I've had him in these for a long time. You know how that goes whenever you find something that you really like for your baby dolls, and you just don't want to take it off. Well, that's me. And so he sleeps in those, he's been sleeping in these PJs in his little cradle for, probably a couple of months. And I've never shared him before with you guys, and he's one that I really wanted to share. And so the story behind this little guy is that this isn't the doll that we grew up with, but my mom was really good at preparing all of us kids for everything. And so when she was going to have another baby, our last sibling, our brother, she wanted to make sure that we were all, I guess, comfortable with a baby, and a new baby in the house. And so before she went to the hospital, she went out and she bought this doll, and to look at this baby doll, so that she could tell us all about babies and you know, get us used to the fact of having a baby in the house. Well, anyway, we loved the doll. We called it the Jimmy doll because my parents ended up naming our youngest brother Jimmy. And so that was the Jimmy doll. And the Jimmy doll got a lot of attention. He even wore baby clothes. My mom used to save the baby clothes from us and when we were little, and so we would put the baby clothes that we used to wear on the little Jimmy doll. And so this is the Jimmy doll that looks much like the Jimmy doll that we had growing up. But I wanted to show you some details. The Berjusa baby dolls are just amazing for being so old. I don't know how this is going to work, but this is how detailed the hands are. This is the little feet. Really, really cute. And so this is the body that I put on this little doll. And I noticed I didn't turn a light on. I hope that helps the situation. So let me explain something too. I'll show you something very interesting that I had to do, and I didn't realize I was going to have to do this. When I put the body on, this doll did not have those little, I don't even know what you call them, the ridges at the top of the vinyl, to where you can, when you put the body on, you can string the fasteners on and they go right on. Well, this doll didn't have that, and so what I did with the arms was I actually glued the arms on to the body, and then for the legs, I actually sewed through the vinyl. I sewed the legs on, and luckily the other legs were sewn on as well. So what I did was I used the same holes to sew it in, and it was really, really a time-consuming job. But I was very happy with the results. And this body is one of those ones that have a cushy little. I love this style of doll body. So he's really, really a cuddly baby, and you know, he's really, really, I love this little doll. So so anyway, I'm gonna put his little diaper back on. So yeah, my mom was really good at every time we were gonna go somewhere, she would prepare us. One time we were going to take a bus trip. I think it was to the doctor's office or something. We didn't have a lot of money growing up. We were a one-car family. My dad would take the car to work, and so my mom would take either all of us kids either on a walk, or we would ride the bus. And we only rode the bus a couple of times. But anyways, I remember that one time that we rode the bus. There was 4 of us kids, and so she set the chairs up in the living room as if they were bus seats, and she told us to all sit down, and she explained to us how that we should behave on the bus, because she did not want 4 rowdy kids running around on the bus. You know, we weren't rowdy because she was very good at disciplining too. But she just wanted to make sure. And so we did the dry run on the bus trip. And I don't even remember the bus trip. The only thing I remember is the actual, you know, practice run. And but anyway, like I said, she wanted to just make sure that everything went okay, because she was just all by herself during the day with us 4 kids. I have my youngest brother is about 3 years younger than me, and my sister is 3 years older than me, and then I have another brother that's 2 years younger than me, and I'm right in the middle. I'm the middle child, and so we had quite a lot of fun growing up. But my mom was quite the disciplinarian, and I got a lot of her traits from for when I raised my kids, and I was pretty strict, not in a bad way, but just I wanted to make sure that you know how you worry about your kids and you want everything to be okay. Anyways, I always thought that when my kids actually had kids of their own, that they would just relax, and because I was strict like that, they would want to be more relaxed with their kids. But that's not true. What ended up happening was my daughter followed in her mom's footsteps, and she's raising my little grandson, who's 9, with rules, and tries to make sure that he behaves and all that stuff. So that surprised me, but I mean, it's pretty neat also, because it must have been she must have not minded too much all the rules and regulations that I had. I had rules and like things like you have to be home by a certain time, and that type of thing. Just the usual. But yeah, my 2 kids, they did not like my rules, because the other kids that they were playing with never had to abide by time limits and all that stuff. But that's just the way I was raised, and that's the only way I knew how. So anyway, this is looking really cute. Yeah, my little Jimmy doll. So yeah, this is my Jimmy doll. This is cute. Look at this, it buttons. You don't see a buttoning bib very often. In fact, that's the first one I've seen. So I don't know how many there are out there, but it's really a cute feature. So I'm just trying to button. There we go. And then the last step is going to be, we're going to put his little hat on. He's my hat baby, because he doesn't have any hair, and so he doesn't have hair that gets messed up under his hat. And so I have this little guy is my little hat baby. Okay, everyone. Well, that's I guess we're all done for now, and little Jimmy's all ready to go back into his cradle. I hope you enjoyed seeing him and hearing the story behind him. So anyway, thank you all for visiting today, and I hope to see you soon. And until we meet again, bye-bye.